Hello, thank you very much for attending my presentation. My name is Arek Kuich. I am located right now in Warsaw, capital of Poland. My presentation will be from the perspective of an investor and especially capital market investor. I got the experience as CEO of venture capital that was listed in Warsaw, Poland. I have listed 11 companies, one in London, and last 3 years I got cannabis competences with a few cannabis companies in Poland, also including all the Polish publicly listed companies, and there are 2 of them. I would like to start with capital market in North America. It is hard to imagine that there are 437 companies listed in North America, in the US and Canada, and there are 13 stock exchanges, and the marijuana business includes such areas as agtech, biotech, medical devices, crops, trade, industrial products, medical products, real estate, technology, media, complementary services, investment, so everything that we could imagine. And right here you can see the amount of the company's securities that have the valuation more than 1 billion. And you can find here the companies like Curaleaf, Canopy Growth, Tilray, and one of the biggest, if not the biggest, is Constellation Brands, that it comes from beverages, but they took control in one marijuana products. I would like to stress now what's going on in Poland. Poland is a very interesting country, especially when we compare it to Canada, because we've got similar population, and that's all about the comparisons, because we in Poland cannot sell CBD, cannot sell THC, cannot produce THC. So it is the same situation as in the most of European countries, because with CBD, we've got the problem with novel food. With THC, only medical THC can be sold. And this is good about Poland, that from the November of 2017, the Polish medical cannabis market is open for medication for THC, and the only issue is that Polish law bans THC cultivation in Poland. It means that all the THC products, all the marijuana for medical, we must import from outside. Under the current registration in Poland, doctors are allowed to prescribe medical cannabis products, and this THC can be described to any patient by any doctor. And it means that any illnesses that is approved by the doctor can prescribe. The patient must go to the pharmacy. The pharmacy must order the draft flower from the medical wholesaler, and to get this THC, the wholesalers buy it from just 2 companies that are allowed to import THC to Poland. But last April, this year April, Polish government and Polish parliament have announced that they are going to maybe change a little bit the situation with THC. This little bit means that from 0.2 THC percent that is allowed in the cannabis, it will be increased by 50%, meaning 0.3 THC. And also there are going to be some THC growers allowed by law in Poland, and there will be a special licenses that the companies will need to apply for. If I talk about Polish market and Polish opportunities in Poland for investors in cannabis, the situation is quite strange because in Poland, we've got about 95% of all of the VCs that have the money from public institutions like Polish government or even European Union government. So most of those VCs are rather micro VCs because they invest up to 1 million euro, and this is due to law. And it simply means that if there are the companies that got 1 million euro and the companies need to go to next stage of the development, there is lack of the capital on the Polish market. Moreover, there is lack of the capital on the seed stage because every VC that got money from public institutions cannot invest in cannabis simply because it is marijuana. Marijuana is treated as a narcotic, so none of the public companies will invest in narcotic like marijuana is. Luckily, there are more and more people from the business, from investment capital business and from cannabis business that create what's the real image of marijuana is. It's not a narcotic, it's the very strong medical. Also, maybe I should say a few words about business angels in Poland. And again, it's not very strong amount of business angels simply because we don't have in Poland tax incentives for private investors. So again, although you can see the numbers here, last year were really huge, I would say that investment in cannabis were close to zero. Maybe a part of a few projects that I will mention in a second. And there are on Warsaw Stock Exchange, there are only two cannabis companies listed. The first one is Cannabis Poland, and the second one is Hemp and Health. And those two companies have made some capital increase last year, but on the very small level, amounting to 250,000 euros each of them last year. So the numbers comparing to almost €500 million invested across the whole Polish market is very low. Although I need to stress that both companies are very interesting. Cannabis Poland is listed on Stock New Connect. This is a smaller market of Warsaw Stock Exchange. This is the company that operates in the market of distribution of cannabis products for the vaporization, dried flower, and oils. They have their own brand online shop, vapem.eu. And they have also another brand, Hempwish, and they sell CBD products in medical, beauty, sports, and pet series. But here you can see at the chart what was going on with the share price starting March, so the beginning of coronavirus last year, till just this June. The minimum share price was 0.36 PLN, and €1 is equal to 4.5 Polish zloty. So today the share price is a little lower than €1. The second company is Hemp and Health. This is the sister company, or I would rather say older sister of Cannabis Poland, because Hemp and Health has a small amount of shares on the level of 7%. If in Cannabis Poland, both companies are cooperating very closely, and Hemp and Health is the company that is operating on the business-to-business level, and Cannabis Poland business to customer. And what is very interesting about this company, Hemp and Health, apart from production of products under private label for its customers, the company is preparing itself for a very interesting research on medical cannabis, and it is going to be researching the effect of cannabinoids of post-traumatic stress disorder. It is PTSD. And the company is going to start the special research that will last for 2 years. And after this, they hope to have a product maybe similar to Epidiolex that is produced by British GW Pharma. What is interesting about this company that they also have the first Polish coronavirus rapid test, and this is in the division of health and the distribution of coronavirus products. If we go to the chart again, it's very interesting, and I am one of the advisors to those two companies, and I talked to the investors who are quite lucky about what was going on for last year. Since March, again, the minimum share price was 0.1 Polish zloty, and the maximum share price was on the level of half of euro. But again, the volume was very big, so it was one of the most traded companies on the New Connect market at Warsaw Stock Exchange. So that's it. If we combine those two companies listed in Warsaw, and we add a few companies in some of other countries in the European Union, maybe we could count all of them up to 20, but for sure not more. So when we compare the market, this market of the publicly listed companies to the North American market, there is no doubt that we have a lot to do in the whole European Union and in Poland. And if we remember that Poland is some 5 years behind the Canada, there is a great market for investors and for producers to distribute products right here, because please remember that Poland is right now the 5th biggest European Union country. Maybe I would also like to tell you something more about other deals in Poland and the companies that are already operating. Canopy Growth and Aurora Deutschland are already in Poland because they are the only two companies that have got the license to import to Poland the THC, the cannabis, including THC above 0.2%. And those two companies import, but not too much, just on the level of 100 kilo a year. Why? Probably because in Poland we don't have the refund of cannabis, medical cannabis, just like in Germany. So this is something that Polish government should work out, because if we count the amount of potential patients, it is just like in the whole Europe, 1% of the population. So in Poland, it would be almost 400,000 people looking to and waiting for more supply of THC medicals. We also have the first big acquisitions that took part in Poland. The first acquisition was the biggest Polish company, Hemp Poland, was acquired by Canadian The Green Organic Dutchman at the valuation on the level of 25 million euro. There is another acquisition that took part over 1 year ago, and it was Steel Canna, and they acquired another company. The valuation was on the level of 20 million. We also have a few smaller capital raises, and there are capital raises through the crowdfunding. And one of the companies that got the biggest success in crowdfunding is in person right now in Frankfurt, and it is the CEO of Can Poland. And they made really great record, because according to Polish law, in the crowdfunding, you can raise no more than 1 million euro, and they did it in just 11 minutes. So it is the great record that everybody's looking now to the same. Finally, I would like to tell you maybe something more about cannabis partners, as we are the advisor to the cannabis companies, and we've gotten the deal flow with many interesting companies looking for capital or looking for development to Poland or to other European countries. So there are the companies that are focused on vaporization products and distribution, that are focused on R&D, the companies that are registering THC as the importer, registering themselves as the THC importer. There is a software house that is operating in the cannabis market, and Poland is also one of the biggest producers of industrial hemp, in the understanding, in the meaning that these cannabis products are having THC on the level below of 0.2%. That's the lot. This is what I wanted to share with you. If you have any questions, please take your time.
Thank you, Arek. Any question, topic?